Matthew, how eager are you guys to get out there and play Bowling Green Thursday night?
Very. I don't even know how to describe it. It's been quite a while since we've had a packed stadium, which we're going to have. And it's obviously been, a little bit shorter of time since we played. But, nonetheless, very, very excited, very eager, very ready.
So where Jaquan Barkley is going to start, just talk about the camp he's had.
You said who?
Blakely.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, I mean, he's had a terrific camp. Obviously a veteran in our room, on our team. Might be one of the older dudes on our team in general, but obviously it's just, from where he was, which was already a good place, and just doing more and more and more each and every day, always a work day for him.
Matthew, with all those vets there on the D line, I mean, you're one of them. How much do y'all feel the responsibility to go out there and sort of set a tone for that defense this season?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pride in the room. Not only, are we playing, to do well for the team, setting a tone for the defense, but there's also just a sense of pride in the room. We are veterans. We've seen this program through the trials and the tribulations, and we're trying to set a real tone and just change the culture, not only in our room, but for our team. And we really do think it starts and ends with us.
What have you learned about the defense since the start of preseason practice?
Oh, yeah. The main thing is we just come together like as one, not just on the field, but off the field too. When you are off the field and you can communicate with somebody effectively, be friends with that person, everybody's good, cool, and vibing, then that only translates to the field, and then vice versa.
Matthew, as a defender, what have you seen from Joe Milton? Coach Heupel just told us that they named him the starter. What have you seen from him in camp?
I mean, he's a big guy, great arm, great vision. When he needs to run it, he definitely can. He has the speed. I don't want to tell you too much about how he plays in our offense, but I mean he's obviously a specimen, and he has everything to be an elite quarterback.
Was there a moment in fall camp where you said, okay, this guy, he's got something different?
Maybe not necessarily, but definitely here's the thing. It's a good thing that I don't say that because he's consistent. It's not like it's just up and down, back and forth. No, he was consistent and consistently getting better the whole time. So I think that's a good thing. But you can see traits from the get-go.
Matthew, along the same lines, going up against that offense during camp, what can people expect from that? I'll talk about it from that up-tempo offense. Are you impressed by it?
Oh yeah, definitely impressed by it. Definitely up-tempo. They've come together more and more. From up front, the receivers, I mostly see up front, but I mean, just analyzing the offense, getting to learn football, you see it everywhere. The receivers, the tight ends, quarterback, just clicking on all cylinders. It's made us a better defense by a lot. It's just, it's really just a cohesion thing. We've been working together really well this camp, and we're going to continue to do so.
Matthew, not just talking about Joe, but in general, quarterbacks who can run. When you're playing as a defensive lineman, as a defense, when you're playing a quarterback who can run, how much more does that complicate things in terms of things you have to look out for and things you have to sort of be ready for?
I don't really think it complicates things per se. Think about it, 2019, we were playing against Lynn Bowden. I mean, how many times did he even throw the ball that game? It's just you go in with a mindset, hey, let's get this guy on the ground as soon as possible, and when we have to chase this guy, let's make him pay for even thinking about running. So it's just a mindset thing, not necessarily complicated, not necessarily, oh boy. It's really makes you eager to, kind of, quote unquote, punish a quarterback for even thinking about running like that.
Matthew, you spent about a month in camp so far. How would you describe what you expect this defense to look like?
Oh, just together, playing as one, no mistakes, no loafing around running to the ball, and just turnovers, lack of explosive plays. You don't really need anything spectacular. The team that makes a few mistakes will win, right? So that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm expecting.
What did you see out of Elijah this fall camp?
Oh, he had a great fall camp. Obviously one of the biggest dudes I've ever met in my entire life. Strong, powerful, and he's really translating that to his game. I see it in the weight room. I lift with him every day, trying to match his numbers. And, I mean, it's definitely translated to the field, not only for him, but a lot of guys. But you can definitely see it with him.
You the strongest guy on the team?
Just about. Yeah, if not, definitely.
Matthew, what do you see from the pass rush? Guys like Byron and Tyler helping that unit out.
Oh, there's definitely just so much speed off the edge, working hands and moves. Just, always impressed by them just because, just when you think you've seen it all, they come out with maybe a unique move, euros and different hand movements and head fakes. It's just all been great. I'm able to learn from them. I hope they're able to learn from me as well. And that, it just makes everybody around them better as well. Just when you see, guys like Tyler and B.Y. Roman, also Morgan Joseph, just making so many incredible moves off the edge makes me want to translate it to the inside. The chances I have to be outside, try to emulate those moves. So it's just been great for everybody all around.
And what about Juwan Mitchell and what he's meant to your defense so far?
Definitely just, he's sideline to sideline guy, but can come downhill as well. I mean, he was kind of as advertised, but I mean, aside from that, the entire linebacker room has made leaps and bounds since, the new, quote-unquote, new guys got here, and even since the spring. I mean, I just love to see it.
How much different does this defense feel now compared to maybe in the middle of the spring?
I mean, not necessarily different, just more clicking on all cylinders. It's like, like if you were to start a new job or maybe a new class, you just kind of learning stuff and maybe kind of going with the flow, for lack of a better word. And now we're setting the flow, setting the tone, and just making it happen every day.
How difficult do you think it'll be for defenders to bring Joe down? I know you guys don't really have to worry about tackling him because he's not live, but live situation, you think he'll be a really tough guy to bring down?
I mean, yeah, naturally, just when you're big, strong, and physical, it's tougher to bring down. I'm sure that other teams will try to have that mindset, but the thing about Joe is he's going to have a mindset to, not go down. He's going to have a mindset to make throws. He's going to have a mindset to lead the offense down the field. So, for sure.
What have you seen out of Bowling Green?
Bowling Green, heavy run offense. Basing off of last year, they only got to play 5 games. They have very specific personnel that they run northwards of 70% of the time. They've had some transfers out, but they have a good running back room, we do believe. They have 3 returners on offense, on the offensive line, should I say, and their quarterback's returning.
Hey, there's been a lot of talk about, y'all getting maybe more vertical in this defense, maybe streamlining things, getting a little more downhill. Do you think y'all have been able to do that, to this point? Do you think the defense will allow you to do that?
Definitely. Like that is one of the focal points of the defense. Everybody has different defensive philosophies. It was a little bit different in the past. Not that anything's wrong with that, but there's everything right about what we're doing right now. So, we're going to get vertical. We're going to play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. We're going to make plays in the backfield. That's the plan. Sacks, tackles for losses. I mean, even if they're getting, screens and runs on the perimeter, which this team does a little bit, and we're trying to absolutely limit them on yardage that they're getting forward one way or the other.
Rodney Garner kind of gets after you in practice, right? Do you expect that during the game?
I mean, shoot, I don't know. I can base it off of the scrimmages. The scrimmages is, yeah, there's definitely coaching, but, you have to operate like a game. You can't sit there and harp on things or whatever the case may be. And practice is what it is. It's practice. So you're correcting, you're teaching, you're learning, you're intaking, you're performing. And the game is one thing, performance. So, I'm not sure what to expect, but one way or the other, we have a lot of veterans in the room. We don't have sensitive people in the room. We're gonna go one way or the other.
All right. Matt has class. Get him out of here and get Jerome in.
Thanks, Matthew.